How is everyone feeling about Donald Trump officially being under arrest? That guy from Home Alone too. Wow, just goes to show ya really never can tell. Annoyed Donald Trump is back in the news. Nobody is above the law. That's what we are told, now it's time to prove it. What I like is the counter-argument about Hunter Biden whatevers. Like brah, if he also is breaking the law, arrest him too idgaff. None of us have a cult-like relation to any politician the way these Trump supporters do. I couldn't care less about this one. What I would like to see him get arrested for is the phone call he made to GA officials telling them to find him votes. I just want him to go away. Not die, just go the UCK away. No more interviews or rallies. No more MAGA incels and hillbillies, just go the UCK away. I've been hurt before. Oh come on baby, we live in a country where rule of law matters and actions have consequences. Never again am I trusting my heart to Lady Justice. I just wish more people understood that he's being charged for things that he did before he became president, for using campaign money as his own piggy bank, something politicians are frequently accused of, but rarely seem to be held accountable for. Of course I don't expect anyone to change their opinion of the man, or their potential vote. That ship has long sailed. His arrest is pretty meaningless. He'll either delay forever or plead out and pay some minor fine. Great. Now let's start going after all politicians and other government officials. You wake up to find you're the last person on earth, what do? Go back to sleep. Comment, last, on every YouTube video. I'd look for friendly animals like dogs and cats, because more important than food is good company in the longer run. Also I want to befriend dogs before they become aggressive. Then I'll visit all the supermarkets and stock up on food that lasts for a long time. I'll steal good cars and fuel if possible and drive to the nearest library and research on survival and farming. There'd be no internet, nor electricity without other humans. I'll then probably head on to agriculture fields and store the seeds and grain very carefully so that I can cultivate crop for a long time. I'll try to travel as much as possible and enjoy the beauty of nature. When I feel content and happy, I'll take my own life. Finally have time to read all the books I want to read. I just have to make sure I don't break my glasses though. How do I know I'm the last person on earth? Everybody clearly dead? Or is everyone just gone? Break into mansions and do all the elite folks hit. Make my way to DC and read every classified file known, unknown to man. Panic attack. Breaking into pharmacies and evidence lockers and going on the biggest bender I can. Then I might get my hit together and move somewhere more hospitable. I wouldn't believe it and would assume there are other out there. My main concern would be my family, so I'd probably be distraught. Last person on earth hit. You wouldn't understand. What traits in a girl do you find attractive or impressive aside from her physical appearance, guys? Critical thinking skills are hot. Went on a date last week and the woman never took her phone out of her purse. Super hot. Intelligence. Good looks only go so far when you realize she doesn't even know basic life skills. Things like confidence, a good sense of humor, intelligence, all that is super important. But for me, the sexiest thing a woman can do is be calm. Not calm as in quiet, as in calm when hit goes sideways or something unexpected happens. Having someone who is reliable and stable as a partner is so crucial in life. Not exclusive to girls, but having a hobby, interest that they are very knowledgeable, passionate with. Even if it's something super benign like painting nails or baseball. I just love people who can ramble on about their interest, especially if I'm not into it. It's like peeking into another world. Knew a girl that was into knitting but not just. Like, knew how to cross-stitch. Full on had a setup where she would turn wool into yarn and even had a favorite small sheep farm she would order from exclusively. Was interesting as hell to me. One of the main reasons I started dating my current girlfriend was because she accidentally spilled popcorn in my car after our first date. Profusely apologized, asked if she could clean it up. Car is a POS, so I didn't care. Got home. She texted me apologizing again. I dunno why, but her caring about spilling popcorn in my hitty car made me realize, hey, maybe she can care about me too. Accountability. If she can openly admit when she's wrong or that she ucked up, that's attractive as it shows maturity and ability to judge yourself impartially, and it means you are less likely to repeat the mistake. Intelligence. Confidence. Self-awareness. Empathy. Creativity. Education. Also being pet-friendly is a big plus. I find a woman's voice to be one of the best factors in determining if I'm attracted to a woman. Being self-sufficient. I don't want to date independent. My wife laughs are literally everything. Sometimes she watches a show on her laptop in our room and I hear her cracking up from down the hall. Absolutely love it. What is stopping you from getting a partner right now? Being a 62-year-old dishwasher with no money. I'm just not ready for one. Biggest reason is laziness, probably. The idea of being in one is way more appealing than the actual responsibilities involved in my current stage. Relationships take work, and I'm not gonna just half-SS it like an *SS hole when I can't guarantee that I'd fully commit. I'd just be wasting somebody's time, and that's not fair to them. Plus, there are plenty of things that I'm already not putting enough time into that are way more pressing. Social anxiety. I just lost my wife after years of illness, have no desire for another relationship. I mean, my wife would throw an absolute wobbly if I brought a girl home. It kinda seems like everyone I meet and am interested in is already dating, in a situation with someone. I get plenty of connections on dating apps, but they usually just stop replying. I'm working on myself. I'm in no position to date anybody and have nothing substantial to give another person right now. I need everything I have to fix me. Just got out of a toxic relationship where we both played our part in being toxic. I'm currently working on myself so it doesn't happen in my next relationship again. What are some reasons, other than abuse and infidelity, that people who love each other break up? One wants kids, the other doesn't. Money troubles, substance abuse or addiction. Wanting to have kids, moving to different places, just not being compatible anymore, fraud, or just growing apart. People change. Sometimes love just isn't enough. Love doesn't always equal happiness, unfortunately. Bad communication. Bad ex or loss of ex drive. Not enough empathy towards each other. Undiagnosed, untreated mental issues, drifting apart as they age and mature. Growing apart as opposed to together. Sometimes it just wasn't meant to be. What is most scientifically incorrect song lyric? Thunder only happens when it's raining. Rain and thunder, while correlated, are not linked in any causal capacity. She blow that ick like a cello. It is impossible to play a cello by blowing it. Jay-Z, I'm half man, half mammal. No. HOV. You're 100% both. Bought a one-way ticket to hell and back. Chris Brown, I'm not dangerous. I know that I must do what's right. As sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti, it doesn't. Your parasympathetic nervous system reacts and you're in fight or flight mode. Your sympathetic nervous system does fight, flight, fawn, freeze, and your parasympathetic nervous system does rest, relax, edit. Changed flee to freeze. Thanks everyone. My Enos was missing again. It's detachable, you see. Detachable Enos by King Missile. It's raining men. Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. No, it doesn't. Vanessa Williams. That would be catastrophic. How often do you notice when someone else has a bulge in their pants? And when you do, what are you thinking? I am wondering how often women think they see a bulge when in reality it's just the pants folding. There seems to be two camps here. People who have never in their life noticed a bulge and people who stare at crotches on the regular, desperately hoping to see one. I don't. It's a ick move. Well, I only really notice if a guy is wearing sweatpants. But I'll usually go, oh UCK, I did not mean to look there, and immediately look away. I try not to be a meat gazer. Ucking crotch watchers lol. All these comments made me laugh. What is something you have zero interest in? This team's call I'm on now. Prince Harry's personal life. Influencers. My bank accounts, absolutely 0.00000% interest. Celebrity gossips and photoshoot. Still the Kardashians, they hang on like that little bit of oop on the inside of the bowl, but no matter what it just won't flush away. TikTok, influencer, culture. A pox on society. Anything to do with the royalty. Twitter. What are you starting to dislike more as you get older? That my parents are also getting older and the fear of losing them soon terrifies me. The fact that I'm continuing to get older but my brain still thinks that my body is still in my mid-20s. Myself, but more specifically the lack of motivation to do things anymore. I find myself always exhausted and unfulfilled by just everything around me and I can't seem to do anything about it. I'm in my 70s and it's the best time of my life. Almost everything I used to dislike, I can easily avoid now. Realizing I'm the oldest person in a group. Humans. Especially humans that forget the world doesn't revolve around them. Corporate culture.